Listening Part 2. Get it right. Question types. Information questions. Tip 1. Task. Number 1.
When do you take your vacation?
Number 2.
Whose coat is that on the chair?
Number 3.
How often is there a staff meeting?
Number 4.
Where can we have lunch?
Number 5.
Who helped you write the report?
Listening Part 2. Get it right. Yes, no questions. Tip 1. Task. Number 1.
Do you know where Mr. Kim is?
Number 2.
Has the bus left yet?
Number 3.
Is there a nice restaurant nearby?
Number 4.
Could you carry these boxes inside for me?
Number 5.
Can you tell me when the movie starts?
Listening Part 2. Get it right. Distractor types. Tip 1. Task. Number 1.
Did you hear the news?
A.
Yes, he's here.
B.
Yes, it's very exciting.
C.
Yes, they're quite near.
Number 2.
It's time to order more paper.
A.
Yes, and we need some pens too.
B.
Everything is in order.
C.
The border is closed.
Number 3.
Who's in charge of this department?
A.
They live in a large apartment.
B.
There's one in that compartment.
C.
Ms. Brown is the supervisor.
Number 4.
The weather is lovely today.
A.
It is. We should walk in the park.
B.
Everything is getting wetter.
C.
I don't know whether she's here.
Number 5.
Choose anything you like from the menu.
A.
He always chews so loudly.
B.
It was an offer impossible to refuse.
C.
Thanks. I'll have the baked fish.
Number 6.
Do you prefer blue or red?
A.
I read that article too.
B.
The wind blew very hard.
C.
I always think blue is nicer.
Listening Part 2, Progressive Practice. Get ready. Part A. Number 1.
Whose purse is this?
A.
She's a nurse.
B.
This is a purse.
C.
It's Mary's.
Number 2.
Where can I park my car?
A.
In the garage.
B.
Let's walk in the park.
C.
It's not very far.
Number 3.
It's a very cold day.
A.
Yes, he sold it.
B.
I'll wear a coat.
C.
The meeting's today.
Number 4.
When is the party?
A.
At Peter's house.
B.
Tomorrow at 5.
C.
I like a good party.
Number 5.
Who took this phone message?
A.
I took it.
B.
The phone is ringing.
C.
It's in the book.
Listening Part 3. Get it right. Question types. Topic, main idea. Tip 1, task. Number 1.
Excuse me, I'm in room 217, but I seem to have lost my room key.
That's no problem, sir. I'll just need some ID before I can issue the new one.
Number 2.
And please tell me if I'm getting this right. I insert the paper face down, and then I just press start?
Not quite. You have to choose how many copies you want to make.
Number 3.
Mr. Anderson, the driver from the limousine service just called. Your ride to the airport is going to be late.
I see. Then we'd better get a taxi here right away. I can't afford to miss this flight.
Listening Part 3. Progressive Practice. Go for the TOEIC test. Directions. Listen to a conversation between two speakers. Then choose the correct answers to the 3 questions about that conversation. Fill in the letter A, B, C, or D. You will hear each conversation only once. Questions 1 through 3 refer to the following conversation.
Excuse me, I seem to have lost my boarding pass. I ate lunch at the food court just after I checked in. I must have thrown it away with the trash.
I see. Fortunately, I can print out another one for you. What's your name, sir?
It's Frank Dobbs, D-O-B-B-S. I'm on the flight from here to Chicago that leaves around 3 o'clock.
All right. I'll just need to see some identification before I can print your new boarding pass.
Question 1. Where does the conversation take place? Question 2. What does the man want? Question 3. What will the man likely do next? Questions 4 through 6 refer to the following conversation.
Alan, I just heard that Mary will be out sick until next Monday. Do you think you can take over her paperwork starting tomorrow?
I can, but there's just one problem. I'll be in a meeting all day Wednesday.
In that case, I'll cover for her that day. And I can help out the rest of the week too, if you need a break.
Thanks. I'll let you know if I need a hand.
Question 4. What are the speakers discussing? Question 5. What does the woman offer to do? Question 6. When is the man's meeting? Questions 7 through 9 refer to the following conversation.
Hello, you've reached Jim Carter's office. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Ann Walters. I'm trying to reach Mr. Carter. We have an appointment at 10:30 to talk about selling my home.
I'm sorry, Ms. Walters. Mr. Carter is meeting with another client until 10:15. Can he call you back in 5 minutes?
That won't be necessary. My doctor's appointment took longer than expected. Please just tell him that I'll be a half hour late.
Question 7. Who most likely is Jim Carter? Question 8. When does Mr. Carter's meeting end? Question 9. What does the woman ask the man to do? Questions 10 through 12 refer to the following conversation.
The accounting department just released next year's budget. With all the new clients we've attracted, we got a 5% increase in funding.
That's great. We can finally bring in some new people.
Well, maybe. We need to update the computers around here first.
That's true. I'll check computer prices at a few retailers. Hopefully, we can afford to hire someone after buying the new equipment.
Question 10. What are the speakers talking about? Question 11. Why did the funding change? Question 12. What will the man likely do next? Questions 13 through 15 refer to the following conversation.
Officeworks just increased their general prices by 10%. I think it's time we consider taking our business to another company. What do you think?
I'd have to agree. It's the third increase this year. So how should we start?
Let's compare the rates of other suppliers first. Then we can see if anyone out there offers better rates. Can you look into that for me today?
Sure. I have a meeting with my sales team in a few minutes. but I'll call a few other suppliers about rates right after that.
Question 13. What problem do the speakers discuss? Question 14. What does the man want to do? Question 15. What will the woman probably do next? Questions 16 through 18 refer to the following conversation.
Good morning, ma'am. How was your stay?
Great, thanks. Before I check out, let me ask your advice. Would you drive to the convention centre or take a cab? I don't know if there's any parking there.
Actually, it's close enough to walk. If you turn right at the corner, next to the restaurant, and then go 2 blocks, you'll be there. It's just past the train station.
Wonderful. I'd rather not drive around looking for parking or pay cab fare.
Question 16. Where are the speakers? Question 17. Why does the woman ask for advice? Question 18. How will the woman get to the convention center? Listening Part 4. Progressive Practice. Go for the TOEIC test. Talks. Directions. Listen to a talk. Then choose the correct answers to the 3 questions about that talk. Fill in the letter A, B, C, or D. You will hear each talk only once. Questions 1 through 3 refer to the following voicemail message.
Thank you for calling Webster's Bank. We value your call. We're open from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon. Please listen carefully to the following menu. To check the balance in your savings account or checking account, press 1. For information about loans, press 2. For investment advice, press 3. To find out about our special services for small business owners, press 4. To speak with a customer service representative, please stay on the line or call back during our regular hours of operation.
Question 1. What time does the bank close on Saturday? Question 2. How can you find out how much money is in your bank account? Question 3. Who should press 2? Questions 4 through 6 refer to the following introduction.
I'm very happy to introduce our guest on this evening's radio program, Mr. Mark Peterson. Mr. Peterson's beautiful nature photographs have appeared in several major travel magazines, and a book of his photography, Wildlife, was published last year. His work, which has received numerous awards, is all the more remarkable since he is completely self-trained with no formal education in his field. Mr. Peterson will talk with us tonight about his recent travels in Asia. During the second half of the show, we'll invite listeners to call in with their questions for our guest. We'll begin our conversation with Mr. Peterson right after this news report. Stay tuned.
Question 4. Who is Mr. Peterson? Question 5. What will Mr. Peterson talk about? Question 6. What will happen in the second half of the show? Questions 7 through 9 refer to the following talk.
As a busy office worker, you may think that you don't have time for regular exercise. Well, think again. Exercise simply means moving your body, and it's easy to do. First, for energy, start the day with a healthy breakfast of fruit and unsweetened cereal. Avoid heavy foods such as meat and pastries. Then walk, don't ride. If you live close enough to your office, walk there instead of driving or taking the bus. If you must drive, park some distance from your office and walk the rest of the way. At your building, don't take the elevator. Use the stairs instead. The more you move, the better you'll feel. And you might lose some weight, too.
Question 7. What is this talk about? Question 8. According to the speaker, what should you eat for breakfast? Question 9. What does the speaker advise? Questions 10 through 12 refer to the following news report.
Good evening, and welcome to the 6 o'clock news. A three-vehicle collision during this morning's rush hour resulted in the closure of several downtown streets. A car traveling east on Main Street at approximately 8 a.m. collided with a car traveling south on Oak Street. A pickup truck was also involved. The exact cause of the crash is still unknown. Firefighters rushed to the scene, and the drivers were taken to Memorial Hospital. An emergency room doctor who was interviewed by our reporter said that there were no serious injuries, and all three drivers have been released from the hospital. Despite the street closure, there were no major disruptions to traffic, and streets were reopened by 10 o'clock.
Question 10. What event is this report about? Question 11. What time did it happen? Question 12. Who talked with a reporter? Questions 13 through 15 refer to the following announcement.
May I have your attention, please? Work crews are still clearing the tracks of snow and ice left by last night's snowstorm. Due to this situation, the 8:30 train to Seattle will be delayed. We regret the inconvenience. However, our top priority is the safety of our passengers and crew, and the train will not travel until the tracks are 100% safe. At this time, we are unable to give an exact time for the train's departure, but we hope that it will be before noon. In the meantime, please enjoy a complimentary breakfast in the station cafe. Just show your ticket and you will receive a complete meal service at no cost to you.
Question 13. What has caused the train delay? Question 14. When will the train leave? Question 15. What are passengers asked to do? Questions 16 through 18 refer to the following instructions.
Welcome to the automated checkout system. We make purchasing easy. Please insert your credit card in the slot. Thank you. Now, place your first purchase on the counter. When you hear the beep, place your second purchase on the counter. Continue with all your purchases. After your last purchase, please press the star key, then sign your name for credit card validation. If you have a parking ticket, insert it in the slot for validation. If you need assistance, activate the red call light at the end of the counter and an associate will be right with you.
Question 16. Where would you hear these instructions? Question 17. What should the customer do first? Question 18. How can the customer ask for help?